there any chance the other guys are going to win tonight?
Not a chance. I don't think so.
Okay, wait a minute. Give me a couple tries.
Okay, with your help now, I don't know. They might have a chance. I don't know. Former newest member of the Harlem Globetrotters next year.
I think that's as close as I'm going to get here tonight, Chip. By the way, plenty of seats still available for the Globetrotters tonight, and come on down and check it out. Live from the Special Events Center, I'm Bob Alvarez with Matthew Jackson. Chip?
Okay, thank you, Bob. One of the key matchups in Sunday's
host, Channel 4's Bob Alvarez.
Well, good evening, everyone, and as always, thanks for joining myself and the crew for the Sunday Sports Special. Just kind of kicking back tonight. I understand this evening we have some new 3D graphics to show you on tonight's show, and you guys aren't pulling my leg, are you? No, okay. What do you say we get to the show? What's happening tonight? Well, we're going to take a look at the NBA All-Star Game, which included another award-winning performance for Michael Jordan. Several of the nation's top 20
here are playing El Paso. Channel 4's Bob Alvarez is courtside, and he's standing by with this live report. Bob?
Well, thanks a lot, Chip. We got about 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Eastwood has started to open this game up, and right now they lead El Paso 20-15. With me now is Ralph Reyna, the men's basketball coach here at Del Valle. Coach, first off, this facility is gorgeous.
Yeah, we have two beautiful facilities here. We have an East Gym and a West Gym. Both are equal size. And the girls will use one gym, the boys will use the other. The only difference in the gyms is the seating capacity. Other than that, both gyms are equal size. Two beautiful facilities.
Talk to us a little about the boys program here at Del Valle.
Well, we got started on a kind of slow start here. Our gyms were only completed 3 weeks ago. So we really didn't get to work in our gyms very long this year. We worked outside, we worked at elementary schools, Parks and Recreation helped us with the gyms. So we had a slow start, but the kids are real proud of the gyms and are working hard now, and we will be going full varsity next year.
Quickly, your impressions of this girls' game going on?
It's a fantastic game. You got speed against size here, and both ball clubs are doing an outstanding job. Exciting ball game.
Thanks for being with us.
You bet, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
Chip, it's still 20-15 in favor of Eastwood. We have Bowie and Hanks coming up after this one, and you will, I know, have all the highlights tonight at 10. Reporting live from Del Valle High School, I'm Bob Alvarez. Chip?
Okay, Bob. Well, the Miners are
Antonio 80 game, not even that close. All right, if you're not sitting down, please do, because this could floor you. Are you ready? You guys ready? The Baltimore Orioles finally won. Yahoo! Yes, they won. The 21-game losing streak is over. Orioles blanked the White Sox 9-0. First inning, Eddie Murray with his second home run of the season. Orioles led 2-0. Freddie Lynn's defense has not been very good this year, but
of Mexico and Herediano of Costa Rica. Camel, world-class soccer.
Firing today.
yeah, the season, second half of the season began a little too soon for one of them, and I think that's the sixth manager who's lost his job this season, and I'll finish that joke when we get to a commercial.
Okay.
Well, Major League Baseball is back in full swing, and the Boston Red Sox will play the second half of the season without manager John McNamara. Yes, he was fired today and replaced by third base coach Joe Morgan. On the scoreboard, Morgan will have to wait until tomorrow for his managerial debut. Too much rain in Boston. Meanwhile, the Twins and the Orioles split a pair in Baltimore. Don Mattingly hit a homer as the Yankees beat the White Sox 7-5, and Robin Yount had 3 hits in Milwaukee's victory over Texas. In the 8th, Seattle leads Cleveland 3-1. It is the 6th in California, with the Angels holding a 2-0 lead over the Tigers, and in Oakland, the A's trail the Blue Jays 5-1 in the 5th. Let's go to Atlanta. We'll show you Dale Murphy going opposite field, a 3-run homer off Ron Darling, and a 3-0 Braves lead in the 1st. It was 3 apiece in the 3rd, but Hojo took care of that and gave the Mets a 2-run lead. In the 4th, Kevin McReynolds, who had 5 hits and 4 RBIs, sent one over the left field seats. The Mets led 8-3, but as you saw, they needed 11 innings to beat the Braves 9-8. Elsewhere, the Dodgers swept a pair from the Cubbies in Chicago. In Montreal, 10 innings were needed for the Expos to beat the Reds 1-0. Pittsburgh took care of San Francisco 9-2. Mike Schmidt hit his 537th career home run, but the Phillies needed more. They lost to the Astros 7-5, and the St. Louis Cardinals have now lost 23 of their last 29. In the Texas League, the Diablos fell for the second night in a row. Tulsa scoring 7 in the 8th to win 10-3. Well, have you been wondering what happened to Cliff Thomas? Business affairs have kept the 5-time world champ out of the ring since last November, but today he announced he will put his ISKA light welterweight title on the line against number 5 contender Eric Melton. The fight will take place on August 13th at the Civic Center, and after an 8-month layoff, I wondered if Cliff ever considered retiring.
The training is different. You go in with
He said no. Let's go over to golf. Seve Ballesteros fired a 4-under par 67, and he has the lead after the first round of the British Open. Seve won this tournament. Well, there's Cliff, not looking much like Seve, but let's hear from him.
That's one thing that the 8-month layoff did, was I turned over another year. In January I turned 31, but I still have a couple of good years left. I feel like I'm still in really top condition, and I'll stay in top condition even after retirement. But for right now, I'm not even concerned with retiring.
Told you he said no. Golf, Seve Ballesteros. Yes, a 4-under par 67. There's an echo in here. He has the lead after the first round of the British Open. Let's take a look this time. There's Seve. He won this tournament on this course in 1979. Today, he birdied 5 of the first 9 holes. That is Nick Faldo, the defending champ, tied with Seve through 13, but some bogey-itis on the back 9 left him with a 71. Lee Trevino with a 37 and a 38. He is at 4 over par. A look at the leaderboard will show you that Ballesteros has a 2-stroke lead over Brad Faxon and Wayne Grady. Jack Nicklaus shot a 75, and U.S. Open champ Curtis Strange carded an 8 over par 79. Well, last night while we were off camera, Carol Barish asked, who's going to be the Cowboys quarterback this year? A definite answer I don't have, but there are plenty of possibilities. Danny White and Steve Pellure will battle for the starting job, but who will be number 3? Will it be Kevin Sweeney, or can a guy like Scott Sekules, the rookie from West Virginia, show enough talent to land a job in the NFL?
Whether or not he can absorb all the things that we ask him to do, whether or not he can move the team down the field against these rookies and all that, we're going to find out in the next few weeks.
You set your goals as high as possible, and you want to make the team. That's the ideal thing. You want to participate, in as big a way as possible. And the ideal thing for rookie quarterbacks to be able to stick and get in a situation where he has a possibility to learn with someone like Danny White around. I think that's an ideal situation. So
that joke I was telling, I don't think it'll make you laugh as much as this did tonight.
Oh,
so forget about the joke.
You have to be some kind of athlete to maneuver yourself around that sportscast.
You got to have the moves.
Thanks, Bob. And now for a preview of Friday's news, let's go to Estella.
Coming up on our news, kind
of weather out here in El Paso, but one way or another we're going to have to get this game played. They've got a flight to catch at 10:30 in the morning. They've got graduation. They've got a couple of seniors on their club, and I'm sure they'd like to be there. So I believe there's a couple of alternative fields that they're looking at right now, so we'll just have to wait for the administrators to make their decision.
What have you talked to your players about, or have you, during this rain delay, to kind of keep them up for the game should you play it tonight?
Well, they want to play. There's no if. They're just ready. We don't have to keep them up. We've waited a long time to get this far, and they're just going to have to go out and play in the water the same way the Fort Worth team is.
Now, there's one option is to play the ball game very early tomorrow morning. Will that change anything as far as who will start for you tomorrow?
No, nothing will change for us.
Okay, well, good luck to you if and when they do get this ball game in.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Bob, those options I spoke about, they may check one of the other fields in the area, the Isleta cutoff field, perhaps move the ball game over there. They are going to wait as long as they can tonight before they call this one off. The last option is playing this ball game early, very early tomorrow morning. I'll have the full story for you tonight at 10. Reporting live from Dudley Field, I'm Bob Alvarez with Sports 4 El Paso.
Okay, Bob, I hope you have your umbrella ready to get back here. Major League Baseball is
with scouting for the past 50 years. Both men are attorneys and veterans, and both men say they would devote most of their time to official duties. Priscilla Francis, News 4, El Paso.
Well, it's been a bad year for the Von Erich wrestling family.
Today, Kerry Von Erich, in an accident, the motorcycle he was riding hit a car. They took him to Baylor University Medical Center in Texas. Fractured right ankle, several lacerations, dislocated right hip. Possible internal injuries. They list him in fair condition right now. Later tonight or tomorrow, he'll have surgery to take care of the hip and ankle, and let's hope he pulls out of this one okay. Well, good evening, everybody. Round one of the World Cup Soccer Championships concluded today with Denmark and Paraguay winning, while West Germany and Uruguay fought to a 1-1 tie. Uruguay was first on the board when Antonio Alzamendi found a wide-open net just 5 minutes into the first half. The West Germans came back to tie it in the second half when Klaus Allofs scored, and that's how it ended 1-1. Let's go to Toluca, Mexico, and another low-scoring affair. Paraguay's Julio Cesar Romero scored the lone goal for a 1-0 victory over Iraq. Elsewhere today in the World Cup, opening round play, Denmark 1-0 over Scotland. Adios Mexico and bonjour Paris, where third-seeded Boris Becker was eliminated from the French Open. Unseeded Swede Michael Pernfors in the far court took care of Becker 2-6, 6-4, 6-2, 6-love. In other quarterfinal action today, Frenchman Henri Lecomte defeated Russian Andrei Chechnikov 6-3, 6-4, 6-3. After 2 rounds of the El Paso Times Women's City Amateur Golf Tournament, the young lady in the green shorts, Monica Campos, is still the one to beat. Today, the NMSU golfer fired another 78, and she leads Jackie Scove of Vista Hills by 7 strokes as they head into tomorrow's final round. June Billington and Sandy Arison are 8 and 9 shots, respectively, off the pace.
I don't feel I played very well. I shot the same as I did yesterday, but it was still not very good. I putted once again very well.